Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. The trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday, and previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Club. I'm, of course, your host, James J., alongside Kaliko Yachts.
For once, we put money in the bank and we didn't leave broke. So hey, we all winning out here.
And it was a great day for Wrestling With. As last week on the show, we interviewed Chelsea the Model and the Goose. Two great interviews with two great individuals. Definitely go into the archives and check those out if you haven't already. Um, but looking towards the future, our next interview this Tuesday is Bogdan Klevmov, a Russian wrestler that's currently wrestling in Mexico. We talk about that journey, getting from wrestling in Russia to wrestling in Mexico, death match wrestling, and a lot more. And then this upcoming Wednesday, we have Lane Rosario, a referee. We talk transitioning from becoming a pro wrestler to being a referee. We talk about NXT tryout, the WWE, backstage work, um, refereeing for significant other matches, and a hell of a lot more. But don't take my word for it. Here's some clips now. Is it weird or odd to be refereeing his matches? Because obviously, he's a loved one, and you literally have a first-hand view of him getting beat up.
Yes and no. I'm actually, if you ask him, I'm very much so, as a referee, stricter on him than anybody else. So he gets yelled at more often. And yeah, with whether I'm in the ring as a third person or whether I'm sidelines watching him, because I don't referee every match that he does. And that's with purpose, because sometimes it's good to just sit back and being able to just be the support system and watch and things like that for that. So being in the ring and worrying, I'm going to worry about him whether I'm in the ring with him or not in the ring with him. It's just when I'm in the ring with him, I know how to kind of put that to the back burner and be a professional and focus on what I'm actually doing.
Sounds like he needs to be worried when you're in the ring because you're more stricter on him.
Yes, exactly. We make the joke about that all the time. And he goes, I don't know, you're so much meaner to me than everybody else. I was like, yes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep.
And then on the 24th, we have Alvin Gray, and then on the 25th, Matt Sparkle. Right, I think we're done putting ourselves over for now. No, Kaliko?
We're never over. We're never done putting ourselves over, baby. You.
And it is not a great day for pro wrestling, as we are wrestling with the news, and um, a somebody that was a part of pro wrestling in a very interesting way has unfortunately passed away. Julia Riley, also known as Claire Lynch, in the AJ Styles illegitimate child slash affair storyline. Um, she unfortunately has passed away recently, and it's just sucks. And it was really interesting because she was a part of TNA and basically the height, one of the bigger times of TNA when in one of the more memorable stories that TNA did at the time. Now, unfortunately, it didn't necessarily end the best of ways, but it's still something some people
Yep.
talk about, and um, WWE even imitated it. Literally while they were still in the storyline. So definitely she is known in pro wrestling, and I didn't see anybody in pro wrestling talk about this story, and I just felt like, yeah, she definitely deserves a spotlight considering that she just passed.
That's right. I mean, art imitates life, and it's crazy because one of the things that it sucks that she's gone. Um, but that was an interesting story. This was like peak TNA time too. So I mean, that's the crazy part. Well, I mean, but then again, I mean, from what I'm reading, it's saying that she passed away 2 months ago. So it's been a minute.
I mean, it could have been before, but I like literally just saw the story like maybe a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that happen. Actually, you know what? The craziest story that happened with was rapper MF Doom, like one of the legend rappers. They announced his death on like Halloween, but he died like a whole year ago, and no one knew. It was like crazy. It was like, what the hell? But he put it in his will, like to not announce it for a while to let everybody grieve and so on and so forth, which was crazy.
That's actually pretty. That's actually not so bad. That's pretty good. That helps, obviously the people that's grieving, grieve. Um, but yeah, definitely thought it was worth mentioning. Definitely our thoughts and prayers go out to Riley's friends and family. Now on to this week's news. Obviously, we missed last week because a lot of things
Because
happened.
we were too busy partying. We were partying. We took time off to get our asses to Money in the Bank. Damn it!
Yeah, and going to meet and greets and the shows and
While a riot popping off, while a riot popping off, we're just like, la, 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 la. I know. It's like I'm just trying to get the Bakur. As long as you don't deport Bakur, we were good. That's all that mattered to me. I would have fought if they were trying to deport her. We would, boy. We fight. We fight and fight.
Stephanie or we Wyatt.
I will risk my life, boy. Mm. You know what's funny? I thought that too until Truth was like, it's Cat. And then you're getting reports like that. Because here's the thing. I mean, you've seen a lot of people get let go. And some of people, it's crazy when you see some people get let go and it's like you feel sorry for them, but whatever the case may be. I think Truth, this was the first time where a person got released and everyone, and this is how I know. I have a guy who works at WWE in production. Corporate office was feeling sad because Truth got cut. So this to me can't be a work if corporate the corporate building was like solemn about Truth, right? So to me, I think it was a real thing that they were able to use as a shoot in a perfect timing because it made sense for him to come back in the match when it made sense to come back when he did and the manner in which he did it, and then And if he wanted to come back, if they really wanted him back, why would they have him back as Ron Killings instead of R-Truth? That's how I know it's not a shoot. Because if it was a shoot, they would have just kept R-Truth. He wouldn't be doing the Ron Killings thing if it was our truth thing, if that makes sense. If it was a shoot. I mean, he was. I, I mean, but if they're doing that, they usually just say and let him go. Because if he's got 2 weeks, they can't give him the 90-day compete. It wouldn't make sense. So that's why he would have been gone. He would have been gone. Yeah, he didn't get renewed. Nah. Mm-mm. Nah, I don't think so. I'm telling you, it all that would have made sense had he not came back as Ron Killings. That's what's getting me. He came back under a different name. It ain't like if it was all a work and they were doing it, it would have just been R-Truth. And because the money that they were going to give him, they weren't going to give him. They were trying to cut his pay, and he didn't want to take the pay cut. And they were like, "All right, we'll let you roll." And everybody in this is the first release I've seen the entire planet literally just like go, "What the fuck?" and and that pressure, and the pressure not only from the locker room, but the pressure from the the corporate staff as a whole pushed it back because the word on the street is that they tried to call him back and nobody was called. He was not returning calls until Nick Khan called him personally, which I ran into Nick Khan at the show. I should have freaking asked him. I should. I mean, I've taken dozens of pictures. He got his email though, because we're trying to get a free belt out of his ass. And that's all. Let me stop saying that. Get a free belt out of the honorable Mr. Khan, just in case. Just in case. You know what I'm saying? That was that is true. I will say this: real or not, the timing was ridiculously good because the release happens the whole week. Everybody's pissed. They're going to LA. Everyone's yelling, "We brought truth." Then they get them. So it was lighting it about it. Yep. Oh yeah. Personally, I would. It would, if anything made sense, it would make sense for Truth to get the title back. Get the title at all. Get the title. It would make sense because think about it. He, even if it was a Truth thing, even if it's a thing where it's like a shoot, his hero broke his heart. He goes through this drastic change. He gets thinking he's getting taken for a joke, so it makes him go back to his old self. So in theory, this can work. To be quite honest, in real theory, this can work. I can. Well, Cody can get to the belt, but here's the thing: who's to say? I mean, let me make sure because I have to look at the King of the Ring bracket. He could be the fourth person in the King of the Ring. Dead ass. I'm not saying, but here's my thing. Hear me out. The reason he needs to win it is because he needs to show this new person, and this new person needs to be shown through the story arc to be deemed worthy. Does that make sense? Because even when he did the promo and everything with him cutting his hair, people are not going to take it serious until action is followed with it. Does that make sense? So, right. I mean, the scheduling is wonky. Yeah, it's wonky. That schedule is wonky. Because, one more week until they do Night of Champions. Yeah, it's a short. That Saudi trip is blowing it all up. So I mean, I I think that he can win the title. I think even for a night, I think he can get the title. He doesn't have to. He should, but that doesn't mean he would. And who's to say? Who's to say? Quote unquote. Honestly, Cena is a bump hole into the real story, which is Seth and Cody. That story's brewing. But I don't think they're just gonna bring. It's up to them to figure that out. But I'm telling you, I could totally see Truth winning that title now. I mean, he's out there living his best life. I mean, he's gonna be a big guy. They always keep the big guys, man. Come on, dude. You know how this goes. Uh, I mean, Braun probably had a bigger contract than Omos. And plus, at least he's putting in work overseas. I mean, it ain't like he just chilling in the back. He'll be there. They waiting on him. I mean, maybe he's the fourth guy. See, it could be R-Truth. It could be almost. Hey, I'm telling you, this is what I keep telling you. The King of the Ring is meant to solidify someone serious. And in the bracket that I'm looking at right now, that King of the Ring bracket, I see two people or three people anyway, um, on the men's side that I can see winning it being taken seriously. And all three of them really need that shit uh, on the men's side. So on the men's side, well, four. Let me do this. Zane, Zane, Knight, and the mystery person. And the mystery person, if it's Rusev, not Rusev, but the not person, if it's Truth or if it's Omos. And here's my point with Cody: if the motherfucker needed the rematch, why the fuck is he in the King of the Ring? God damn it! God damn it! So Zayn and Orton. So Zayn's making it to the finals. Zayn is winning this thing. Oh, I know the story. Never mind. I know the story. The final is Zayn and Jay. This is where Zayn does whatever it takes. But god damn it, but our truth gonna win this time. Our truth for the championship. Well, Ron our truth killings. They keep putting his fucking nick like the MMA fighters or some shit. Ron our truth killing. Well, they need to change that. Yeah, they'll get there. They'll make it work. They are the gladiators because J Rod ain't going in that bitch. I'm just letting you know. She going there to knock a nigga head off. I mean, I told you J Rod got the physique, bro. I mean, she's not, but I mean, she's been high on their radar because I mean, she's what Knox Pro graduate. She's been running the indies for a hot minute. Did some AW stints. It's like her schedule's getting full. So I mean, and that's from me seeing it personally develop. But I'm rooting for her though. If that's one way to get her on TV, to because I think it's just the introduction to get her to get people to look at her on a national scale, other from what's the word I'm looking for? A casual's eyes. And then when you see her in the ring, it's like a clear crossover. Right. Hey man, people get canceled and come back to life. I mean, it happens. Ah, it depends. I don't. I mean, Liv got a role. If anybody would have became a star, it would have been Liv, right? She was a Hooters girl. What the hell are you talking about? Not all of them. I mean, I did meet this one girl who was like a quarterback for the LFL. I looked up her stats. She was throwing them picks though. I ain't gonna lie. No, no. Well, because one, I think the story's about to play out with her with Naomi. I can see her beating Tiffy and Naomi getting the ultimate price, cashing in that briefcase. And I see Bianca being a player in this because it's a three-way triangle. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Yadstradamus. Yadstradamus is no. I they wouldn't give it to her not to let her cash it in. Most of the time, I mean, the women's side is the only one with 100% success rate. The only way that could happen is if Bianca costs Jade. I mean, Naomi. That would be the interesting part. But I think well, we haven't even got to that yet, but Naomi winning the briefcase actually heightens the level because e- even if you say, oh, we'll give her a title run, well, she got the title and now she's chasing Naomi, the person, because Naomi got her win at Mania. I mean, no, Jay got her win at Mania. Naomi's getting the get back. You can bet your ass she's getting the get back. So, because you see Naomi's Twitter, wow. I mean, and I know her, and I'm like, God damn, girl, you wilding out this bitch. Now, if I knew you was like that, Big Jim, bro, Yes, because at this point the rivalry hasn't even been renewed. It's a different layer. And here's the thing. Who's to say who's to say Naomi cashes in and Bianca helps her? Who's to say, you see what I'm saying? So it's the briefcase is being used in this manner as a it's kind of like the center that is putting everything together, because they told the story about uh Naomi and Bianca and the betrayal and da da da, but they never got Bianca's side through because keep in mind she was stuck in the triple threat, and the only thing that really brought it up was when Rhea brought it up. You know what I'm saying? And Bianca was rather defensive. So that side of the story is not been fulfilled. And it doesn't help that she's not talking, because it'd be one thing if she was still talking with uh, Jade, because you could understand her not talking to Naomi. But when have you seen her and Jade get together? Oh yeah, Naomi gonna snatch her head off, man. You better. It is because Bianca has to choose a side. She has yet to choose a side. She just let shit play out. She hasn't chosen a side. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it God. Yeah, buddy. True. I think they're still trying to finish the other story. All of this is just what orbited off Roman. So who knows? All roads might lead back to Roman because he is a tribe. He's a tribal chief with no tribe, and they all gotta come home some point. I think. That don't mean shit. How many times we thought Terry Funk and Ric Flair would retire? Them niggas, that shit don't mean a goddamn thing. No, I'm just saying, wrestlers, I don't believe shit what wrestlers say. I be goddamned. That ain't happening. But go, knock yourself out. Wait till episode one? Question mark. Ain't going. We ain't going that deep yet. Jesus. Yeah, but Dark Side of the Ring but Dark Side of the Ring answers all the questions that most people had, so that's why it's a, a hit. It's a hit because it's almost like true crime for wrestling. Well, I wouldn't say that it's highlighting what's done good or it's done wrong. I think it kind of goes to show like where everything is flawed, and those people have a story to tell. Because I mean, people do bad things with the best of intentions sometimes. So, and that's where and that's perspective. And to me, Dark Side Ring kind of tells that story of them. Because keep in mind, a lot of these people were blackballed. You know what I'm saying? So you're telling the story of the people who you otherwise wouldn't even notice about, but were big. In some cases, were big titans in fucking wrestling, like Junkyard Dog and the Owen Hart story and so on. So I mean, yeah. So I get it. Yes. I saw it, man. The greatest things are always imitated and put a spin on it, and let them put the spin on it. You know what I mean? It's it's coming from Sabrina because Sabrina's on tour and she's kind of the hot poppy thing right now. So I see where that aspect come of it, but all of it does kind of mirror when you think about it, Tony Storm's persona. So I get everybody's, but to me, it's like there's nothing new under the sun, dude. Like, get over it. It's okay. And who's to say she didn't do that? Because some people do things in that to pay homage. Like, yeah, I see this thing is jumping and I want to pay an homage. Maybe she's trying to be a Sabrina Carpenter esque, not necessarily like in the way Sabrina's kind, because I've seen her perform at the Grammys and she's kind of more like 50s aloof, right? So I get it. So maybe she's just taking on the 50s version of it, but on a more serious note. And you need that with some, you need different variations of characters. And that's a character that we have yet to see if it can work in WWE or not. Because keep in mind, the last group that tried to go throwback like that was the Vaudevillains, and I thought that was a great fucking. And they screwed them over royally. Yes, because that was a great fucking. No, that was great. Yes. Yeah, and who's to say that it did? Who's to say she didn't get the blessing? If you seen Sabrina Carpenter, you be thinking of Sabrina Carpenter. What? Uh, and what did I tell you about JC? Everybody's shitting on JC, but that's the point. And it's just gonna make her run way better. Because the more people she beat, the more respect she's gonna get. Although JC Jane, pretty nice. Most over motherfucker. I mean, honestly, he stood out I, in that show. Him, El Iho, Psycho Clown put in work. Man, I thought Psycho Clown was killing it out there. But of course, yeah, that dude was over like Rover. And he's got a stuffed iguana that's gonna. I mean, that can just sell in itself, right? Like how many of them motherfuckers are gonna be popping off? So I cannot wait until we see him. Actually, I've already like there's some videos I've seen of him already with some charities, a certain charity that I work with, and yeah, he's all about it. So I like, to me, his English is good because I've heard him speak English. His English is solid, so it's not gonna kill him, and he can be well, with the iguana, he really doesn't need to say a lot. Now the question is, will it turn into a Toro Yano with the DVDs and the merchandise? And is that I personally think it would be sustainable, but how long till people be like, do something different? Because he's going to be a face through, but what's going to be the character development for him? If that makes sense. No, yeah, he can go. I see it. I just think eventually I want. I mean, eventually, I don't. I just don't want him to get pigeonholed into that, right? Right. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I said we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but we will see. Truth got pigeonholed until he got goddamn cut, which was a 5 minute squash. Okay, what the the participation trophy now? But I get it. I mean, surprised he wasn't the king of the ring entrant. I'm putting everybody as this guest king of the ring. Omos, R Truth, Omos wrote R Truth, putting everybody as the one guy. Jey Uso. Hey man, building a Royal Rumble of the fourth, the Royal Rumble of the fourth guy, the king of the ring. Okay, they're trying to shoot the fade for real. Like what the? It won't, but I mean, I guess Netflix will put anything on, so there is that. You never know. Oh God, Ric Flair. If Ric Flair steps near a ring and it ain't to introduce somebody into the Hall of Fame, we got problems. Oh God. Oh yeah, Ric Flair. Oh Lord, if Ric Flair. Okay, I'm no, no, you're not. You are not. The devil is a liar. We shall not. Irony at its finest. Irony at its finest. Come see Mexico's greatest wrestlers while simultaneously we have our administration that's trying to deport them all. Oh boy, boy, boy. Couldn't you could make this shit up, boy. That was getting yoked from Home Depot. Like what the hell? This is some wild shit. But no one gave a. I will say this: wrestling fans didn't give a fuck because they were like, "We gotta make this money in the bank." I spent all this money on these tickets. Fuck, fuck, These lions. We just looking like, oh shit, John Cena's here. All right, we want truth. Oh well, we want truth. Hey, I ain't even gonna knock them because man, all them goddamn, all that money. I mean, if people spent money on them tickets, Brody. Yes, yes. Everybody. Turf. I mean, I watch a lot of Mexican wrestling. Between this one and CMLL, I mean, so I'm very familiar with these people because we get, we be hijacking some of their channels over here by the border, San Diego. But but the I was only disappointed in one thing and one thing only because when you're usually at a Mexican, when you're watching it on TV, them mofos be crunk. The crowd is just crunk. They got the horns, they got the sound horns, they making noises. Like all that was missing. That's the only thing that was missing. I mean, and that's not even a knock on the wrestlers. I think it was just a bunch of WWE fans who kind of like, hey, we're just here to see, Stephanie McCord. But the Vatos in there, oh my God, they should have brought the air horns and sound horns. Maybe we couldn't get them through the security. I don't know. But personally, I wish I had that flavor, but I'm not gonna. That's something that it's not the end of the world, but it would have been nice to have that touch. That's my point. That's why I said. That's why I said I wish they had allowed it to give you the whole experience, if that makes sense. That's it. A Spanish fly. Oh, that iguana. Of all things, like the iguana sold better than most. Oh God, how dare you don't know half these guys? Octagon is very popular, but yeah, the right team won. It was a good start. Uh, Traditional. That is literally a AAA style, CMLL style match. So to me, it was nothing out of the ordinary, and it was a good time. Honestly, that was a great way to start it, to show like the fun part of it before they got to the serious part. I mean, it's an arm drag. Americans do arm drags. No, I know. I just wanted to pop that joke. Come on, man. Give me both jokes. Literally in around the corner from people getting deported at Home Depot. So how about Los Angeles? Los Angeles. Not Los Angeles. Los Angeles, pendejo. Oh gosh, now you got me looking up. Did Dave even fucking rate these things? Oh, if he did, I would. Oh, motherfucker, actually doing some work now. Ain't that what? Oh man, we've had a fight. But okay. Uh, don't even get me started. So I was gonna give it a good 3.5 because it was a great way to enter it. 3.5 to 4, but oh my god, I'm sticking with it. It's just I'm looking at his ratings and I'm like, We might have to. I might have to go fuck him. But yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is that time for the another episode of Guess That Rating, Los Angeles edition, con Coleco Yates and James Haynes. See, look at me, Duolingo popping off right there. All right, so let's so, 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 so let's guess that rating. Higher, lower, 4.25. I mean, that's solid. He's on footing so far. Uncle Dave can eat a dick. I think we all can agree. I mean, Lola brought it today. Lola was like, Lola was like, you're not going to be the only chick with a booty. Oh, yes. Come on, everybody, let me do the conga. The hell they can. I mean, they put her with her, but it was because it was, Latin American month in Inglewood with motherfuckers getting deported at the same time. They're not even Mexican. I mean, yeah, you got Puerto Rican and Chilean, literally. How dare you? There's Afro Mexicans. What are you talking about? Chile is in South America. Do we need to do geography with Kaliko? Do we do we do we need to do we need to do time out? We're canceling this. Wow, let's do geography. We're going. What the hell, bro? What the fuck? Wait a minute. What? Chile is about as far is about as African as China is Europe. The hell? The oh my god. Okay, Animaniacs, Globe Song, YouTube, your best friend. I'm just saying. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican. See, should we go on? Or are we just Costa Rican? I mean, that's not a. You can't get copyrighted for a song naming the continents of the damn countries of the world. How? You can get copyrighted naming the countries that. I mean, I guess. Bullshit. It was educational purposes. I think it was good Afro Mexican. That's what. Oh gosh. Uh, Honestly, it was a solid match. I saw what they were trying to build with Stephanie in having to deal with like Jalis and Chick. It made sense for the story because she started in Mexico. She started at AAA, so it made sense. So it basically was kind of like a homecoming to the Mean Girls group type deal, kind of like a high school reunion with the Mean Girls. So it made sense. And hey, if you don't think Stephanie ain't over, oh my God. Just, yeah, that crowd. Just saying. I mean, who would? In Spanish. That is interesting. It's Stephanie. Five. Five. Just five. Oh, gosh. Lola was good too. But five. Stephanie and Lola, five. Just them doing the devil's kiss was worth the admission. And them understanding the assignment with the booty bump in the middle of the ring. Bravo. Chef's kiss. Yes. This is where I'm just gonna full disclosure, this is where your man was being a hater. And I'm just see that's how much I like Stephanie. I would love to fight. He gave it lower, higher. Gave it a two. How dare he? The the son of a bitch. Uh, well, this one was more of this. See, the first one was a fun one. This one was a serious one. So I get where they're trying to show you two sides of it, right? And I'm gonna tell you, Psycho Clown was on it in this match. To me, like that dude was working. Like he was putting in that work, and it made sense that as Santos pinned El Hijo de Doctor Wagner Jr., it made sense. So it's going to be interesting to see if they continue the feud into with Legato going into the AAA world, but the right team won because they got heat. They got heat. That's they got mad heat. They were, and then the story because of course the story because Santos once again high school reunion with Mean Boys. So he gets his revenge because keep in mind he's that promotion is practically the reason he lost his mask. Yeah, there's history there. See, it's gonna go down. Me, I gave it a 4 because Psycho Clown was killing. Santos was being the general that he was. Pagano did okay. Uh, but Psycho Clown to me was the guy that stood out here. That motherfucker was working like he was working like he was trying out for WWE. I could see Psycho Clown going, all that shit I did and a fucking iguana got over. So hell, I'd be pissed too. But yeah, I gave it a 4 because I knew of the story with Santos and the whole AAA. So if you know it, you know it. If it's an intro, I can see why it would be lower because it's confusing to you. I give you that. I give you that. I understand. Lower 3.5. Yeah, I'm here. I mean, but it's the highlight. It's the highlight to WWE NXT North American Championship. That was the whole point. But then again, it was literally like three different clashes of style. Like you got one guy who was grounded, two that got kind of hops, and one guy that got super hops. And I mean, I never seen Javion in person, but to see him get that much air, I'm like, oh my God. Jeez. For a skinny dude, he got some mean calves and he knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Because that motherfucker is jumping, 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 jumping. Uh, yeah, everything he did bouncing, you just saw dude, he had at least 6 to 10 feet of air. It was just, but I mean, I didn't know if he was a pro wrestler or a skateboarder at the X Games. I'm dead at like that dude was on it. Yes, he was the highlight of the match. And I like how Ethan Page just did everything. Just this, he's the guy that people can punch, and he won, and he told everybody to kiss his ass on his way out the building. Total Ethan Page way. So I mean, the right guy won. Uh, Javion looked good. Yeah, all of them had their moments. So yeah, it all looked good. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how not to give it a 5. Uh, because for it to be just a match on its on its face, yeah, it was good. It was damn good. Uh, how can I not give? I think this match and the next match, I'm just going 5. As far as, I mean, I can't think of a reason not to give it a 5. Oh gosh, the bump. I got it. Yeah, but that was by design. I mean, Chad, as much as Chad says he's mastered the art of lucha libre, he is every bit of an American wrestler when he's fighting. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, so to me, it's, so I get, but it was a great style. And honestly, they had some great moments, dude. Oh my God. Like, that was not even a 450. It was like a 630 outside the ring. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you could have pinned him there. Yes. Yes. How dare you? I'm just saying. I get it. I get it. I understand. Yeah, that was a good ass fucking match. Bro, that table aside, I don't even give a shit. Higher. Higher. 4.5. Ooh, close. Lower. Higher. That 0.75 gets shit on it. That 7.5 gets you. Oh, thumbs up. There's no way you could have been there to like not. The only thing I gave a thumb down on is that long ass speech that held everybody up while people riots were popping and trying to get the money into the bank. But other like, bitch, we gotta go. What the fuck are you doing? Like, bitch, we gotta walk a whole mile because we ain't trying to pay for all this parking. But with that being said, it was a thumbs up. It was a great intro for those who are not familiar. It was a great. It should have been a great intro uh, to the world of AAA, and hopefully it gets them to get more eyeballs on them. If I mean LA, I don't have to worry about it because LA, SoCal. I mean, we hijack those channels and we can get them anyway, right? It's just the others, the people that probably came in from Kansas that may not know these people. You know what I mean? So I hope that they get a gauged interest into this, other than Vakor. But then again, it's Vakor. Um,
Yeah, so it's a thumbs up from me as well. Like you said, they understood the assignment. It was a great way to start um the AAA, the WWE partnership with AAA. So yeah,
oh yeah.
all good. All right, that will conclude our coverage of WWE Worlds Collide, and we are wrestling with WWE Money in the Bank. It took place in, where did it take place, Kaliko?
Mm, they say Inglewood, but Los Angeles, California, pendejo. Que odio. Ooh, look at me, Duolingo in this bitch. Real talk, I took 4 years of Spanish. I should know this shit. Anyways.
Took place last Saturday at the Intuit Dome. Um, attendance was 17,069, and it's interesting because it feels like WWE they take advantage of fans' goodwill leading up to an event, but when it actually comes to the event, they do actually most of the time deliver. Obviously we were both there, so we have some, added, you know, investment into this. Um, but yeah, it wasn't the most, what's the word? Um, it wasn't the most predictable Money in the Bank. But that wasn't necessarily a bad thing. Um, I, they definitely took a different route than they would maybe normally do, but it didn't necessarily take away from my enjoyment that much, I would say. What say you, Kaliko?
Um, the highlight for this Money in the Bank is the storytelling that was told. Honestly, I think from a storyline standpoint, as far as telling stories match to match, this was on the upper echelon for a PLE. Uh, and it just shows like how they take serious Money in the Bank as being kind of like the fifth major show.
Right.
Um, so from that, I mean, from that standpoint, it was top notch. Yeah, I think it was a great show. Another thing, I will say this. I will say this. These motherfuckers and these internet people kill me. When you're in major cities like Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta, especially cities where like a lot of shit is happening at the same time, people are gonna show up late. That is common in this goddamn city, especially in a place like Inglewood, in which they have the parking is not the greatest.
There's literally
You got
four different arenas next to it.
four different arenas, but people are walking. Because here's the thing. The biggest thing people were like, oh well, people weren't there. People weren't there. Motherfucker, we were walking a whole other fucking. We literally walked the other side of SoFi. So think of that. Like think. So for
Because
people to
Rey
get it in
Mysterio's
context,
speech was so fucking long.
Rey Mysterio's speech was so fucking long, and then you got to haul ass all through SoFi's parking lot just to get to the goddamn show, and that's not even included if you want to stop by the liquor store. I'm telling you right now, I went to the liquor store the pregame line was out the ass. I was like, we are not gonna make this show. We just have to like fuck it. We booking it right. Booked it. Just then we ended up at 7-Eleven or whatever. We booked it, and we had to sit there and wait, and we just booked it. And having the pregame, we got there, and I'm telling you, we hauled ass, and we got there right when Alexa's music hit.
Damn. So pretty.
Like we were going to our seats right when Alexa's music hit.
I can't remember if was Alexa the first one out or the second, because it was
The first one.
Okay, yeah, and then it was Roxanne.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm just telling you, and that's just me. So how think of people who, me with a kid, nonetheless. But people are gonna be late, and that what kills me was like people were like, "Oh my God, this place looks empty," and then I'm like, "Well, it's LA. People are gonna show in late," and then oh my God, I don't know if you noticed that merch line was stupid.
Yeah.
That that merch line was dumb. So I'm just telling people like and then not to mention. we've been talking shit about a whole riot going on the goddamn corner. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit going down. But uh, to me, going back to the show as a storytelling, this was, like I said, top notch. It top notch storytelling. Was there a uberly great like standout match? Here and there, but I mean, good spots here and there, but the storytelling was there, and that's what you really wanted.
So I find that I do wonder how would I have felt about this show if I wasn't actually there. If I was watching this on Peacock. Um, so I did kind of try and take that into account as well. But no, you're
Nah, I can't. I can't because commentary. We won't. We don't get the commentary aspect.
true. Um, but yeah, when it comes to March, we'll talk about we'll talk about that when we get there,
Oh yeah, we will.
because I got a story about
Mother.
that. Um, so first matchup, Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's championship contract. Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss, Julia, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie McClure in 25 minutes and 15 seconds. It should have been Stephanie. Um, that being
What
yes,
the
100%.
fuck? No,
Yes. I thought
no.
it was an okay Money in the Bank match. There was nothing that necessarily stood out that much. And I don't know if you felt this way, but there were like small segments where literally nothing was happening during the match. Not, it was just like dead air. And it was like one of the more bizarre things to happen. Um, it's funny when one of the highlights of a match is a botch when they put Rhea in the ladder and then they tried to drop the ladder on Rhea but it hit the top rope instead. That was hilarious.
Right.
Um, but yeah, the second most memorable moment, and the standout moment was the Devil's Kiss on the ladder. Um,
Of course it would be.
of course. That being said, like I said, kinda average, maybe a little bit below average for a ladder match of this magnitude, in my opinion. What say you?
Um, I'm just gonna read my. I'm just give me 1 second because I'm going through my text messages with you, and I just remember seeing um um Yastradamus strikes again. That's what the fuck I just said.
Yes,
That's right. That's right. Didn't I tell you how Naomi was gonna win this bitch? There is
you
a
did.
there's a theme with all this shit. There's a theme with all this shit. And this theme was finally parentheses again. Because as long as Naomi has been there, and as long as many black female wrestlers have been there, they have never won Money in the Bank. She is the first African American woman wrestler to win Money in the Bank in the WWE.
Is that true?
That is true. Think of every Money in the Bank winner: Asuka, Bailey, Alexa,
Carmella,
Carmella,
Tiffy,
Tiffy.
Nikki Cross.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it was due. That's what that. See, I noticed this shit. I was like, oh man, she's been, and honestly, she's been the only black chick in most of them.
that. Wait a minute. Oh, Bianca hasn't been in a Money in the Bank, has she?
Not to my knowledge.
I mean, that low key makes sense because she was maybe champion. She was champion for maybe like two
Because she
years
was
straight.
champion for the most part.
Yeah,
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
yeah. So that makes sense.
So, I mean, it made it finally. I'm telling you. So to me, finally, she got it. And I told you that it makes sense for her in the sense of the storyline. It's funny because after the match, we all went to the restroom and everybody was sitting there talking, and I'm like, well, this is gonna make Bianca try to talk to fucking Naomi now, and everybody's like, oh yeah, da 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 da. And it's funny, it's like everybody's like, we all in the bathrooms in the period talking about how this storyline could get further. I was like, yeah, it's usually some wrestling shit. But anyways, the right woman won. You may not think it. Honestly, it wouldn't have made sense for Stephanie to win because of the simple fact that that was her third match in less than 24 hours. If fatigue was ever a problem, wouldn't you think it would be there?
She's won two matches in within hours. Title matches as well.
One was a tag. One was a tag. The other one, I'll give it to you. But you really thought that that was going to hot rocket her ass to Money in the Bank?
No, thought
Because,
I thought there was a better chance of Rhea winning it. Because
oh,
she
Rhea doesn't need it.
she
Rhea
doesn't
does
need
not
it,
need it.
but it's just another check mark on her, resume that, she won Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? And she already, she proclaimed herself Mommy in the Bank. And I feel like you
And
don't.
you really thought that shit, you really thought that shit was good. Boy, I'm looking at you like, last 2 weeks ago, I was about to go, Negro, please. But I was like, Naomi all the way. That screamed Naomi all the way. I knew it was like, I knew my girl was going to win. Congrats, Naomi. I had faith in you. When no one else had faith in you, I had faith in you. And now she's Miss Money in the Bank, baby. Hey, 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 hey. But yeah, I mean, that's the only person that would have won. Because here's my thing. Now, because look at the Queen of the Ring. Some of them people are going to cross heads anyway.
Right.
So that's why it made sense. Um, for her to win it because it takes her out of it and it makes all the other people who are in it now they're gonna see it. So I mean, and I'm looking at this thing now. Let's say, where did it go? Perez won the first one.
Yeah.
Vakor won the second one, right?
No, she hasn't. She didn't qualify yet.
Oh no, it's next week.
Yeah.
Next week. So, and then who did Cargill win?
Um, I want to say yes. I can't remember.
Because I can totally see Cargill winning because the way to get her to the title is by winning King of the Queen of the Ring.
That would make sense. Yeah.
And Cargill winning Queen of the Ring while beating the other bracket, she gets Tiffy, beats Tiffy, Naomi cashes in. It writes itself. I'm just throwing that out there.
It kind of does.
It writes itself.
How many stars do you give this one?
Was it the best? But my girl won 4.
I give
And
it.
I'm giving it the I was there bumping, I was there bump, the crowd bump, and I got it right bump. Motherfucker. That shit getting a mad bump in this bitch.
I give it 3.5. It was a 3-star match, but it gets a quarter star bump of I was there, and a quarter bump of I did not expect that person to win.
Oh man, I don't know, bro. I've been yelling at you for 2 weeks that that motherfucker's gonna win. I don't know how the hell you.
I
You
didn't
just,
think she was
y'all,
gonna
y'all
win.
motherfuckers just don't listen to me. Y'all motherfuckers just don't listen to me. That's what it is. I get what this is.
I did not think that she was gonna win, but
I mean,
I mean, yes, you've
I,
been telling me, but I could choose not to believe you.
oh ye of little faith.
um, okay, Uncle Dave, 2 7/5,
Higher,
3 1/4,
higher,
3.5.
3.5. Look at that. See, you getting there. You getting there.
Alright,
We all in range, but I gave it that foul.
WWE Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio defeated Octagon Jr. in 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Um, so like
Impromptu match that we told you that was gonna get I told you, I was like, they gonna add one of these motherfucking matches. This is
yeah,
a bitch.
people needed room to breathe, and this was it. Like you said, the March line was like insane, and I didn't. I got into the arena maybe 10 minutes before the show started, so I wasn't about to wait on that line when I only had literally a couple minutes to actually get merchandise. It
Just
was
to sit down. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
So when I saw that they started doing the video package for Dom and Octagon, I was like, okay, so this match is gonna take place. I, got, I keep in mind, I'm in nosebleeds. In the nosebleeds, there is no merch stand up there. You have to literally go downstairs,
Down,
and
yes.
there's only maybe two um elevators up there, and like you have to travel a good amount of distance to get to
Oh
either if
yeah,
you're
the
in the
back
middle.
elevators. You took the back elevators too? Because mine was on the floor. I got the floor. So we took the elevator to the floor. And the one thing, that's why I say, boy, get floor seats. Everything's there.
Yep.
Bar, merch, everything's there.
So my ass ran from the nosebleeds to the elevator to the merch stand. I still had to wait in line, but luckily somebody actually had the match like on their phone. They were watching the match in the line, so I got to see like a little bit of the a little bit of the match. I mean, not enough to say, hey, I could definitely review this. Um, but yeah, I took the time to get a Money in the Bank T-shirt over watching this match. So that is and luckily I was able to get to my seat before Becky and Lara started. So all in all, it was a W for me. I give my performance 3.5.
Oh my God, full disclosure. I also was running. Well, I wasn't running, but I was gingerly walking, right? Because I was running to the because my son had to use the bathroom. So we went to the bathroom. This is why you need to get floor seats. Everything's right there. We rolled in. They were like, "Oh yeah, floor seats that bathrooms that way. Oh, go to the other side. It's over here." So we all ran into the bathroom. I came out, got my drinks, walked right on in. Oh yeah, it's about to be the end of the match. Okay, cool. I see where this is going. Dominic wins. Given. I give myself a five. MVP. I got two double cranberry vodkas. The lady was nice. The fucking manager, whoever took the aux cord, because they have the little VIP area. Well, it's a VIP area if you're a season holder, but for that event, it was just a concession. Whoever was running that bitch was had the aux cord on 10, had me all hyped while I was getting my drink and going to see Dominic. Man, I tell you, that's a 5 yard performance. I'm gonna show you the way one day, James. I will show you the way.
Alright, that brings us to the next match. Last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch defeated Lara Valkyria in 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Lyra lost, so she had to raise Becky's hand. It's not a surprise that these two girls brought it once again. It was a fantastic match. Um, I want to say that the other match was a little bit better at Backlash, but it was still memorable and different in its own way. Um, the ending of the match was just as memorable, was more memorable, I'd say, with Becky making Lara lift her hand. Um, they totally went the best route that they possibly could with it and have, Lara fulfilling her babyface duties of, being a woman of her word, but also getting her heat back on Becky and continuing the rivalry. Low key, I kind of felt like they should have brought Bailey heel rather than it kind of was like throwaway on Raw. It kind of happened and then nothing. It, that kind of disappointed me. Hindsight being 2020, that Bailey literally comes the next night. I mean, you could have had Bailey's music hit and Bailey, start that rivalry. But I digress. It's still, it was still a good match and a good moment. And obviously Becky is, gets a title that she's never held before. So, all around, works. What say you, Kaliko?
Well, the prediction that I had for Backslash finally came true here. Like I'm just wondering, like, what took them so goddamn long? Um, uh, Honestly, it was a good match. It was a great callback to the way it ended. The first match ended with a package, and the heel lost. The second one ended with the package pulling tight, and the heel won. So now it pushes for this trilogy that's going to have to happen eventually. Me with Bailey coming back, personally, I don't have a problem when she came back because if you saw the look on Lyra's face, that told me a lot more than anything, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it almost kind of like, what are you doing here and why didn't you tell me type shit.
Right.
And it almost was like, oh well, oh, let me get get Becky in the ring so Bailey could get the comeback. Now this is where it's going to set up a three-way in the sense that Becky is the common thread between the two because Bailey really doesn't care about the title. She just wants to get the revenge on Becky for the Mania miss, and Lyra wants to get revenge on Becky for the title. So Becky, it keeps them three busy, if that makes sense. It keeps them busy away from the main title picture. All the while, Lyra and Becky could be feuding because they're trying to figure out who's going to get to her first. So I have no problem with this um, at all. And plus, David, man, damn, good. God damn.
I just feel like they made a major moment like Bailey returning mean a little bit less by doing it on Raw. when they could have done it, at the pay preview, the PLE.
I mean, true, but I think she would have got overshadowed by our truth.
I mean, I feel like,
Our truth, our truth coming back overshadowed a lot of shit. It
but
overcame Jake Paul's springboard plancha.
I feel like she got overshadowed by Gunther winning the title the next night, or R-Truth cutting his hair. Like there was a lot of shit happened to Raw afterwards. So she just
And that,
she got lost in the shuffle again, whether
well,
it was Raw or Money in the Bank. But I would have thought, at least do it on the bigger stage. You know what I mean?
but see, the thing is this: if Bailey was coming back, what was going to happen? Because the thing is, Becky won, so they had to play out the whole raise the hand thing.
Right.
Now, if that wasn't there, Bailey would have had an angle to come back to.
I mean, uh, you could have had everything that happened with Lara and Becky, and then when Becky was still kind of fluttering in the ring, aimlessly, have Bailey's music hit and walks towards the ring, beat the crap out of Becky, and then leave. Especially if like Lara was still going up the ramp, um, in the aisleway, and then her music hit, and then you still get that reaction of from Lara like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And then when Bailey does walk past her, she doesn't actually acknowledge her because while I don't know if they're gonna go this route, but I would like if they went this route. Bailey could have a beef with Lara as well because I got injured and I got hurt, and then you just replace me in a matter of hours, and you're okay with it's Becky's now my tag team partner, and we were on tag team champions, and we're all hunky dory together, and you completely forget about me. You you get what I mean by that? She could have a beef with Lyra for her involvement indirectly in what happened as well.
I get that, but I just the only way that would have happened is if they cut Dominic's match
And it was already
shorter than
5 minutes.
what it already was.
Yeah.
So that's my point. So like all that had to happen in order for them to set up for men's Money in the Bank, and that's where the timing issue is. And I think Bailey still would have got overshadowed by Truth. I,
She was getting
bro,
overshadowed by something.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. So honestly, it's just gonna set up the timing. Either way, it would have. I mean, but it would have been. It's good that it happened in Phoenix because Phoenix was like the the misfit of everything happening and everything shifting to a new story angle, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How many stars do you give
So
this one?
I
Oh,
I looked at this was like Money in the Bank told stories. Some of them kind of got nixed, and some of them are continuing. And Monday was just like a hodgepodge of, oh, this is what's going to happen in about 3 to 4 weeks, and or not even that, about 2 weeks in Saudi Arabia.
right. Because we have all this shit happening in Saudi, and then in a like 2 weeks after that we have another Saturday night's main event, a Great American Bass, all in, and an Evolution. So yeah, first week, well not first week, but July is like a poppin' month.
Yeah, it's fucking on. So yeah, this match was it their best match? No, but it was still solid. I mean, I think both of them threw everything. Honestly, this is like the first match where I've seen the first two. matches, they like are all throwing the kitchen sink at each other, literally and figuratively. So, me personally, I think it's a four, just because the way, I mean, they have great chemistry and they just lay each other out. I mean, that 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 leg drop that Lyra hit was literally in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit, that's she's going all out to try to prove a point.
I agree. I give it 4 stars as well. They they have a dynamic chemistry that's undeniable for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It just it works with them.
All right, Uncle Dave. I'm gonna say we're vibing with Uncle Dave. Four,
Lower
3.5.
3.5. Some bitch.
Yeah, I agree with that. Son of a bitch.
He must not have been there
He's from California. It, why would he go? He doesn't like WWE. That's why. But
because of
he,
the riots. I don't know. The block was hot. Literally, the block was hot.
I men's Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's championship contract. Seth freaking Rollins defeated Andrade El Idaho, um, Grande Americano, La Knight, Penta, and Solo Coca Cola. My big question to you, Kaliko, is why the fuck was Andrade in this match? Because I, I kept watching the match and I tried to enjoy the match, and it just kept coming back to why the fuck is Andrade in this match? If you had ever a moment that one of these things is not like the other, it was that Andrade was in this match.
Oh God, how dare you? He's a former NXT champion.
Yeah, and what has he done since then? Other
Not
than
his fault, man.
I thought that he
The
would have.
man hold
I
the
thought
man holding him down.
I thought he would have got his walking papers when he signed his divorce, but I digress.
No, that ain't happening. How dare you?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the only thing that I feel like they got that's saving him right now is that they just got AAA and they could use him down there, but it's not like they don't have more charismatic Mexican superstars that could fill that void because they definitely do. Um,
Ay, ay, ay.
the match itself was okay. Um, the memorable parts were the people that weren't actually in the match coming into the match. Um, Braun Breaker and um, Jeff Cobb. The Jacob Fatu doing a Samoan slam on Bronson Reed. Like my God. Um, Solo, I hate
Yeah.
you was probably the phrase of the night. Um, and a lot of unfortunately, like I said, not a lot of the people in the match were okay. I mean, Penta was like fire. Like the people wanted Penta. Like he got like a godly response from the crowd. Um, and the exact opposite came for El Grande Americano. Um, the
Well, yeah, you bring him in LA during riots. Yeah, that's not gonna.
yeah, from the Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America
Yeah,
in Los Angeles, while people are getting yanked at Home Depot, yeah, they ain't getting that.
yeah.
That love ain't popping.
Other places in the world, in America, you might get away with
Wichita,
that.
Kansas, you can get away with
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. Where,
Davenport, Iowa. Mexican Kentucky,
Ground
Montgomery, Alabama.
Ground Zero, where this shit is actually happening, yeah, maybe not the best idea.
I mean, but anywhere where the Mexican border meets that state is not going to go over well. How about that?
Yeah. Um. But like I said, it was a clusterfuck of what the fuck. I don't really feel like Seth needed another Money in the Bank, contract. Um. I can understand where they're kind of going with it, but I feel like it could have been used better with somebody else. Just my opinion.
I mean, someone thought El Grande Americano was going to win it. Boy, you 0 for 2 with these Money in the Banks. You might want to chill out with these Money in the Banks, my brother. I'm just trying to help you out real quick. You know what I'm
I will agree. I was very off with these matches.
saying? I'm like, these are. Wait a minute, but you said they were predictable. I'm like, yeah, I can predict. Look, Stevie Wonder, I saw this shit coming. But hey, I try to guide you, sir. I try to guide you. It's okay though. We'll get you better. But yeah, finally again, Seth Rollins wins. And why do I keep telling y'all when people are shifting characters or trying to be a ground shifting player in the industry? The only way you take them serious is when they get the power within the turn. If it doesn't happen, it will never happen. You need the initial payoff for the gamble that happened. Seth's initial payoff, Money in the Bank briefcase. That's the payoff. So now he gets to, even though he, because now with him with the briefcase, you take him serious that he's going to fulfill whatever the hell he's going to do. Whether people thwart it, that still remains to be seen. But the point of his whole character is to change the shift of the industry to a motherfucker who is here every day. I get it. I mean, I told you when he cut that Mania promo, I was like, damn, I kind of feel where you're coming from, bro. But but so I feel his rage. So I mean, so, and it's coming to fruition, but the only way that these things happen and people take it seriously is when there's an initial payoff for it to happen. And now that the initial payoff is here, hence my theme, finally, again, he has the power. And this time it is not, this Seth Rollins is a totally different Seth Rollins than what he was 10 years ago. And I do not see him being, or what was it, 20, yeah, about 12,
2015.
11 years ago?
2015 is when he joined the Authority and it did the heist of the century.
2014. 2014, he did the authority.
But the
2015, he won. 2014, he won Money in the Bank. 2015, he cashed in.
yeah,
So
the heist of
roughly
Fantasy.
about 11 years ago. So he's not the same guy he was 11 years ago. He's a lot wiser. He's a lot smarter. He's a lot, cunning. He, it, it won't feel. People are dreaded that he won it, but the manner in which he was when he first won it totally differs in the manner he wins it second. And he joins only CM Punk to be two-time Money in the Bank winners, and those two people, when they cashed in, it was two totally different personas, two totally different people that cashed in when they cashed in. So I expect that to be the same case for Seth.
Edge catched in Money in the Bank twice as well.
But Edge didn't win Money in the Bank twice. That's the difference.
And I mean, technically, if we're getting, super technical about it as well, The Miz won twice as well.
Winning it in the match, sir. Not that doesn't count. Like him win. Miz won it in a court battle, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do him like that. Don't do them like that.
Hey, you could say court. I'm not dismissing court battles.
He won that shit on the people's court, and you out here, you out here acting like he won a goddamn match. Now at least with Edge, he won a goddamn match. I'll give you that one, but he didn't win Money in the Bank twice. He won a match to win the briefcase, not Money in the Bank. Same with Miz. Miz didn't win a match, a secondary Money in the Bank match. Otherwise, they would have named put the Miz and Edge in it, but they put him and CM Punk only two to win the actual match. Climb up the ladder and get the goddamn briefcase. That's it. Him and Punk, which is weird because they hate each other, but they got
Yeah.
this Venn diagram of so much shit accomplished. The only thing Punk didn't do was fucking win Royal Rumble. That's about it.
Yeah. I was trying to think, but yeah, Seth won Royal Rumble. Um, yeah, I I get it, but like I said, it would have been maybe better if somebody new rather than somebody that's been around for 10 plus years at this point. But I get where you're coming from as well. Uh, that being said, how many stars do you give the match?
Are we including the interferences? Because that kind of like bumps it up.
Yes. But I mean,
I mean, all that is part of the match. But
interference
I mean,
is included. It was in the match.
yeah, but okay, let me give a shout out. Because goddamn Solo Sokoa, boy, that motherfucker was on one. And I love it. I love his character, bro. Seeing that shit front row when he looked at Seth and he was like, and then he turned around and tried to do all the shit. I just had me crying. Then he did the little the pencil walk. This motherfucker's hilarious, yo. I don't know where that shit where was that shit at like a year ago.
He's
People went
gotten
from
a
him had
lot
he
more
went
entertaining in the last couple of
he went
weeks than he was his entire career.
he went from people saying he got no charisma to being the most fucking funny guy on that roster.
I think that
Matter of weeks.
he finally let his personality show is what happened because I think he might have been on the cusp of getting released if he didn't show his personality. When you're getting eclipsed by your bodyguard when it comes to personality, then you have a problem. So now he's trying to. At least he has the wherewithal to fix the problem. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think low key he's the funniest motherfucker. That shit had me crying. That pencil wall, the whole. Oh, so we got a little bloodline here. So we got a little bloodline here. I'm telling you, man, that dude is on one. But yeah, the whole match. Yeah, I mean, let me see. I'm gonna go again because the bump because I called the match the bump because I was there. Basically, take Naomi's bumps, apply it to this because I was right. God damn it.
I
Again.
I give this a 4 as well. I think everything that happened in the match only added to it that made it more memorable. Like you said, Solo, being, comedic, um, uh, Jacob being a beast, um, usually interference, hinders a match like this. It only made it better, in my opinion. So yeah, 4. Alright, and that brings us to, the last match, the main event. Oh no, Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave. Gonna say Uncle Dave gave it a three and a half,
Higher.
3 and 7/5.
Higher.
4,
4.5.
4.5. Oh, interesting.
Told you, man. Solo carried that match.
Alright, that brings us to the main event, the last match. Um, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeated John Cena and Logan Paul in 23 minutes and 45 seconds. Um, Decent tag team match. A couple of memorable moments. I think the most memorable one being Logan Paul and his drone. And that hellacious splash he did at the very end. Um, Usually John Cena knows how to suck the air out of the arena when he wrestles. It wasn't that bad this time around, and I feel like a 23-minute match. It didn't feel like a 23-minute match in a good sense. Um, right person won. Really an unexpected moment with R-Truth coming back. Definitely, got a huge pop from the crowd. I don't know. I think that this match, it worked well with what it needed to do. And it did everything that it needed to do really well. Was it the most memorable match in the world? No. But like I said, it did what it needed to do with the spots that it was given. What say you?
I mean, I agree. I mean, well, I'll put it this way. My kid saw this match, he was all in because he got to see John Cena again with his boy Logan Paul again
So you're saying like Logan
against
Paul
Jay.
as well.
You say what?
So you're saying like Logan Paul as well.
I mean, he loved. Oh my God! At this point, he's got the bug. You know when you get that bug when you first, it's like everything is good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like holy shit, that's where he's at. But I mean, he was cheering John Cena on. He was cheering Logan Paul on. He called Jey Uso being in the match, which was, I mean, bananas. Uh, was it the greatest match? Because I felt like there were some spots where you could tell Cena not being there kind of messed with the flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of was hidden in the fact that Paul and Cena, Paul and Cena started to kind of the egos started to clash, so it kind of mirrored it in a sense, right? Like right when he was starting to be off, that's when that happened, so it kind of mirrored it a little bit. Um, all in all, it's a decent match. That springboard puncher though, gosh, watching that like it's crazy because I've seen him do that move twice in person. I mean, I'm hold on, let me think. I've seen Logan Paul at his first match at Mania, 39, 40, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, man, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. Man, that dude is good. Fuck what you're saying. He is not good for a celebrity. That motherfucker is it. Um, he is the real fucking deal. Um, him hitting that was and then what got everybody, I recorded when Truth came in and hit the dude because we thought it was a rando. It was like, damn, was a rando not trying to get deployed and or deported? And then it was like, oh shit, it's our Truth, and everybody's like, oh shit, that roof blew off the hook when Truth pulled the mask off, and yeah, everything happened perfectly in the storyline sense. Everything happened for Truth perfectly in this alignment. So, and everything happened perfectly for John Cena for it to happen to him. Because now you got Cena, Cody possibly getting there. But my thing is that once again, Cody's in the King of the Ring, which would make sense if he's trying to get the rematch for the title he never lost. So that means I don't expect him to win that match.
Right.
I expect Priest or Nakamura to win that match because it wouldn't make sense for Cody to win King of the Ring when he has a rematch in his back pocket and he just pinned the champion. To me, but all in all, great match. And I want to apologize to the Rock's mom, my son, when that shit was popping off. All the kids were going to the front, and he ran dead smack past her ass and cut her off. And I was like, oh shit, I can't even go over there because I see security. And if I go over there and try to tap her to apologize, they might whoop my ass. So I kind of had to play it back.
And Cody Rhodes did win his his King of the Ring qualifying match.
Oh Lord. So that makes no sense to me.
So so basically, you were definitely Yaxadamas for Money in the Bank, but this King of the Ring bracket is definitely kicking your ass.
Not really, because I mean, yeah, I mean on one part, but to me, it's going to be Sammy and Jay. I don't see Cody winning it.
I mean, it depends on who he has to wrestle in his match. I would say. Um,
It would be Jay.
that's right. But how do you think that Jay is going to beat Cody?
They got to pull some wild ass shit for that to happen.
The two matches is Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes versus blank as of right now, which could either be um Jay
Rusev,
Rusev, Sheamus. Who is that? Rusev, Sheamus, Bronson Reed,
Bronson.
or Jay Uso.
Mm, I don't see. I don't see it. Just me.
What are you not seeing?
But they might prove me wrong. Shit.
Cody winning?
I don't see Cody winning.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need to win it. He beat John Cena. That's his. I'm going to challenge you for the title.
But then I don't see Uso winning it because they just announced. See, this is the other part with announcing. They announced Gunther versus Jay July 11th in a street fight for the title in Nashville on SmackDown. So to me, that screams he ain't winning it either.
I honestly, I don't know. I'm confused.
That's now you see my point. But yeah, it doesn't don't make sense. I mean, unless I don't. I don't see it happening. I just,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I just don't.
until we get there, how many stars you give this one?
Uh, that match. Did I get? I got that match right. Four. Go ahead, give me this four. Boy, they getting me foes tonight because Yastradamus was perfect all that night. Shit, if wrestling was gambling, I would have hit that parlay.
I give it a 4 as well. Um, Definitely a lot better than it could have been. Because it could have been a lot worse.
For
But,
what it was better.
yeah. So, yeah. Uh, Considering that it was a 4, it's a 4. Alright, show as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
I mean, considering we ran through a riot to get to this show, I would think it would be nothing less than a thumbs up, sir. I'm just throwing that out there. Just
Yeah, literally as we
we
were
we
leaving
we
the arena, they were marching towards the arena for their protesting and rioting and other.
I mean,
I know
say what you will.
we're not a
We're
political.
survivors.
We survived the LA riots of 2025.
We're survivors.
You're not
Mm.
wrong. Um, I mean, it did get dark there for a couple of minutes. Um,
That is true.
but yeah, no, it's funny that we're not a political podcast, but it's hard not to talk politics when it was literally right next door to what we were doing.
Well, I mean, it's not really us talking politics. We're just telling people what the fuck happened. Like that literally was a thing.
Yeah,
10 years from now, remember we went, and my kid had no idea what the fuck was going on. So I'd be like, remember we went to that show and a riot was popping off? And like, like the most, that is the most LA thing that could happen. Like, shit.
yeah, we're known for all
It's like,
riots.
oh, what's going on? Oh, yeah, just another riot running around this bitch.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's another protest popping off this bitch. Oh, shit. Oh, they coming to the stadium. Oh, well, we might want to get in, get this merch.
I need to get my chair on the way out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Man, look.
Just out of
Can't, I
curiosity.
mean,
Yeah, but
no, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
out of curiosity, what show did you think was better, The Worlds Collide or The Money in the Bank?
Ooh. Wrestling Worlds Collide storyline stories Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was a better storytelling pay per view. What its wrestling was not on par because honestly, I don't think that was meant to be. It was. I think the focus was meant to be on the drama because keep in mind, people at Worlds Collide was yelling, "We want truth," so it kind of tells you where they were going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the drama was there, and they just, fulfilled the prophecy of the drama.
I'm gonna say that I enjoyed. I'm gonna say I enjoyed Worlds Collide a little bit better. Like I said, I was half asleep getting there, just expecting the golf clap through the matches, and they made me cheer. And I feel like
Half asleep,
that deserves the
bro.
respect, and that deserves a round of applause.
Oh, man, we ran into each other. We literally were seats behind each other. You saw me, bro. I was on E, sir. I was on E. Full context, because LA's always LA. There's always shit going down. So Remix Rumble, my dumb ass decided to go to Remix Rumble, which is basically a wrestling nightclub. For those who don't know, It's basically a nightclub where instead of playing like all that crazy dubstep shit, you're basically hearing Kill Switch Engage, This Fire Burns, and every goddamn wrestling theme song you could think of. But yeah, getting back at 4, then having to get up at 6. Oh my god, I was dragging, and Worlds Collide pull it out of me, boy.
Oh yeah, it gets
Money in the Bank just put the money on top, literally.
definitely. Alright, that will conclude our coverage of Money in the. Oh, did we do Uncle Dave's review of the last match?
No, but you know what's funny though? I do have a shirt because, of course, well, you went to the shop. You remember the Dinero en el Banco?
Yes.
Yes, I got that bitch. That is my new favorite shirt. See, look at that. Riots going on and a black man wearing a shirt with a cholo with money in the bank on it. LA writes itself sometimes.
And the people writing were like, this man did not understand the assignment today.
Yeah. Bro, it ain't my fault. I'm just there for the show, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that Uncle Dave gave it a 3 1/4,
Higher.
3.5.
3.5.
Okay. All right, and with that very anticlimactic end, we will.
I mean, nothing says anti. I mean, honestly, we basically were telling our war stories out here, surviving riots.
Yeah.
But
Um, that will conclude our coverage of Money in the Bank in this episode as a whole. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next this Tuesday as we interview um Bogdan Klevmov, and this Wednesday as we interview Elaine Rosario. And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow us at Wrestling with E, both on Extra and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko?
I mean, I might change my name to Yastradamus because I was on it that weekend, baby. That's what I'm gonna have a burner account named Yastradamus
Okay.
since I'm so on mother effing point. Like Stacey Adams.
For Yosadamus himself, Spit of Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Staying on point like Stacey Adams. I mean, have you ever heard that song, the Snoop Dogg song?
I don't think I
No.
have.
What the? You in LA never heard that song?
Probably
How
not.
how dare you? How I mean, we got to get you to understand that Chile is not in Africa. We'll start there, and then we'll work our way on.
It's on the continent, I meant.
Boy, Chile is nowhere near goddamn. You're burying yourself, my guy. You're burying. Oh gosh, Chile is like damn near Argentina and fucking Brazil. Like, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh my God. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican. See, we gonna start. We gonna, yeah.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.